is here. She wants to give you a kiss.
Shut up, Ma. I'm with my friends.
Hi, Mrs. Krabappelwitz.
What are you doing down there that's so important?
Well, you see, to put it simply, Ma, it's time for Talkin' Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. Oh, my. You are listening to WLMC Landmark College Radio out of Putney, Vermont. This is DJ Frost, and you're listening to Talkin' Nerdy, the nerdy talk show where I ask my guests to talk nerdy to me. But, in a family-friendly way possible. Because, this is a family-friendly show, despite the title of this episode being Hot and Nerdy.
Well, we had an interesting week.
We did have an interesting week, and we'll talk about that. But first, let me introduce my lovely guests, DJ Orange.
Sup?
And DJ Scuddy.
Hellos.
Yeah, so, interesting week. Hotness. Yes, hotness was part of the week.
It was very, very hot this week.
It was very hot this week. Like 90-degree hot in September.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just don't.
It's not a great thing.
Yeah.
You have to have the fan on all night. Blankets are a moot point.
They kind of are. It is unfortunate, but so be it.
We live on.
We do, in fact, live on. Anyway.
Speaking of frustrating things, there was some news about a specific movie that got you pretty hot and bothered last time we talked about it.
Yeah. Funny story about that.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, the movie Your Name, the anime movie, which is just awesome and, has the highest rating on my anime list right now? Yeah, Hollywood took that.
Yeah.
They're going to make a Hollywood adaptation of that. And you know what happens to everything Hollywood makes?
It doesn't do well.
It goes down the pooper.
It dissolves into...
That is an eloquent way of putting it.
Well, I mean, it looks like... I just pulled up an article right here. Apparently, it's going to be controlled by J.J. Abrams.
That helps it, but not by much.
No.
Yeah, the guy who did things to Star Trek.
Yes.
So,
and he did an okay job with Star Wars, but no business being they just have no business with it. They should just stop. Just stop.
Yeah, there's remember what happened to Ghost in the Shell?
Yeah, we don't speak of that.
We don't speak about that. Remember what happened to Death Note?
Oh no. The umpteen bajillionth iteration of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Netflix live-action one, and it's, ugh.
No, it didn't do anybody justice.
Yeah.
The Japanese one did slightly better, but still worse.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's part of why I'm hot and bothered and hot and nerdy, but I'm always nerdy, so being hot is just an added bonus. Or detriment, depending on what kind of hot. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know. So is there anything you guys wanted to talk about tonight?
I've got a good few amount of topics lined up right here.
Well, all right. Actually, there is one thing, if you'll indulge me.
All right, sure.
We're coming up on October.
Ooh.
You know what that means?
Spoopy scaries?
Spoopy scaries.
My favorite.
I know, and I wanted to talk about, what are we going to do for Halloween individually? What nerdy things are we doing to prepare ourselves for the awesomeness that is Halloween?
I've been gathering little bits and pieces for the costume that me and Bearman are going to be doing.
Oh, do tell.
It's going to be our first couples cosplay of sorts.
Oh?
He's going to be Jason, and I'm going to be a murdered counselor.
So, the glory and the murdered.
It's pretty great.
That sounds pretty awesome. Very, very appropriate for Halloween.
Very
the only
much so.
Halloween that I've seen that actually happened on this campus was all 12 doctors.
Really?
That's kind of awesome, though.
That takes an awful lot of coordination.
And planning.
Did they each have a screwdriver?
Yes.
Okay.
At least they did it right.
Yeah.
I am personally going to dress up as the nerd from the White and Nerdy music video.
I love that.
Because,
Are you going to have the lawnmower?
No, because they'll probably kick me out.
You could get like one of those little toy lawnmowers that have the little beads bobbing up and down.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. I could also get a Segway.
That would be even better. And then you attach the lawnmower to the front of the...
You know, I think I've actually seen that for real, though. Like, somebody took one of those little push, the actual old school push lawnmowers, attached it to the front of a Segway.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, I think.
Awesome.
I mean, you tell me. Doesn't that sound like the perfect thing for the host of the White and Nerdy show to do?
I mean, you have to also add so stereo system so you can blare the song.
That's true. I should carry around a stereo system. No, I'll get one of those 90s style boom boxes and just be like...
hoist it on your shoulder.
Up the hill.
Oh, no.
Maybe that's a bit too much. No.
No. Although it's going to be quite difficult because I don't own glasses because I don't wear glasses and I'm going to need glasses.
I'd let you borrow mine, but they're actual glasses.
Right, I need to find not actual glasses.
And they're a little bit on the feminine side. I don't know if you'd be okay with that.
That doesn't bother me. What would bother me is like the can't see things because, yeah.
Oh, it's not that bad. I barely need them.
Oh, okay. Still, like...
It's the most minor of corrections you could possibly imagine.
Still, I don't mess around with prescription just because...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got any plans, Orange? You gonna dress up?
No.
It doesn't matter. He's a giant orange. He just has to be himself.
Well, you could get like a Sharpie, scribble a few black dots on him, turn him into a bowling ball.
Every day is Halloween for me.
Every day he wears orange. Maybe a little bit of black. Maybe just wear orange and black on Halloween.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
Be a pumpkin.
No.
But pumpkin. It's festive.
The last costume I wore was a Leif Erikson costume.
That's still really cool.
It's great.
Why don't you do that again? I want to see you as a Viking.
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
But, like, it'll be cool.
Have you no spirit of the holiday?
I am the holiday.
Then why aren't you dressing up?
Yeah. Yeah, spoopy scary, man. Or white and nerdy, or hot and nerdy. What am I going to be again? Hot and nerdy.
There are words involved. They go together somehow.
Hot and nerdy. That's me.
No, if you want to talk Halloween, talk about all the candy and all the variations of it.
Oh, no. The candy you buy after the holiday.
Oh, no, you never buy it on the holiday. That's a waste of money.
Yeah, that's what I just said. You buy it afterwards, and then you can binge on all the candy, and it's super cheap.
Yep.
Especially all the flavors of candy corn that they have this year.
Except for those of us who are on a diet. Then you look at the candy longingly and go, candy.
Yes, but as soon as Halloween comes, they put up the Christmas stuff.
Yes.
But no, there's like a good week afterward where the Halloween candy's on sale, and you're just like,
yeah,
gonna snatch that up.
Get all of it. I'm gonna get at least $20 worth of that.
Actually, I just realized something. There may be a chance I will not be seen on Halloween.
What?
Yeah, you see, Fire Emblem Warriors will be coming out like about a week before. So I might have just disappeared because I got sucked into Fire Emblem Warriors and have been, all by myself playing.
Boo.
Oh, it's going to be a good game.
Well, yeah, but boo. Hang out with people.
I will.
Be a sociable,
nerd.
Dressed up.
Be a social nerd. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes. That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, actually.
Social nerd? I didn't think those things go together.
There's
a few.
Be surprised.
Oh.
You've gone cosplaying, haven't you?
Oh, I cosplay, yeah. Every summer I cosplay.
Yeah. I've got a good number of cosplay costumes lined up for the upcoming AAC.
Oh, yeah, another anime convention.
It's going to be great.
Going
to be recycling a Rainbow Dash.
Okay, and 2?
Possibly a variation that something that someone else had done called Rainbow Factory Dash.
So like steampunk meets My Little Pony?
Not really steampunk. If anybody who's in the Brony fandom who is familiar with grimdark fanfiction,
I don't.
No.
Then I'm not going to tell you any of it because
we probably don't want to hear it.
If you don't want the pristine, happy-go-lucky, loving image of MLP, ruined for you, then don't touch it.
I'm sorry to say that's already been ruined for me.
Well,
But I
even worse.
I had one of those mouth breather brony friends.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Bronies are multiplying.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, like I've
They're an accepted nerd fandom like any other.
This is true. And now we have a representative.
Oh, yes, we do.
Oh yeah, it's really not that bad. It's just like you know how it is sometimes with fandoms.
There's always those.
That go a little extreme.
And then there's always those fandoms that are just too extreme. Homestuck, anybody?
And a lot of the Rick and Morty fan base is kind of like that too.
Yeah, and apparently the Yuri on Ice fandom.
Oh, don't touch that.
Yeah, don't touch that with a 10-foot pole. Actually, you're going to need a 10-foot pole to get away from that. Like, my wife loves the anime. Will not join the fandom in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. Won't own a piece of merch. Won't own anything because apparently there's some aspects of the Yuri on Ice fandom which is not PG-13. And she doesn't want any part of that.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Unfortunately, so is the Orin High School Host Club fandom.
Well,
it's called Headcanon Wars for a reason.
I know, right?
That applies to an awful lot of anime fandoms.
It kind of does.
But I think the Rick and Morty fandom is a little bit special in that it's not necessarily about the not PG-13 stuff because the show is already like that. It's more about people acting like they're more intelligent than they actually are.
Oh. That's... You know what? I hate when people do that. It's like, you're trying so hard, and I respect you're trying hard, but just stop, maybe.
Like, the stereotype is that the Rick and Morty fan base is like a bunch of... I don't know if I can should use the term neckbeard here.
We can use the term neckbeard.
But
like, should we define the term neckbeard?
Probably no.
Well, I mean...
And they're not... Like, the term neckbeard isn't bad, per se.
But in the context of what I'm talking about here, it's more of a state of mind than a physical appearance.
Yes, I mean, the neckbeard tends to be like one of the calling cards of this subset of people. But it's not required.
No, it is not. You don't need to have a neckbeard in order to act like a neckbeard.
Yeah, it's the neckbeard way of life chooses you, I guess, because nobody would willingly want to be one, right?
No, probably not. But like,
well, let's play a game.
Yeah,
you might be a neckbeard if
you think that only smart people are allowed to enjoy Rick and Morty.
You might be a neckbeard if Orange.
No.
Well, you might be a neckbeard if you have a neckbeard.
Yeah, that's not what my mind went.
So, like, I don't want to talk ill about them because they mean well a lot of the time. It's just they don't understand social cues. And that's a problem a lot of people have. It's just sometimes they take that entirely too far. And turns into bad situations.
It turns into some really bad situations.
It turns into some wars.
If Reddit is anything to go by.
Well, Reddit is also just full of trolls. Reddit is the unhappiest place on the internet because that's where all the unhappy people go.
I thought that was 4chan.
You know what? 4chan actually has good moderators.
Does it?
Yes, it's slowly becoming respectable.
Well, I mean, there are parts of 4chan that have always been respectable and will continue to be. Reddit's just kind of a...
that's where the trolls hang out.
Yeah, Reddit's just kind of a cesspool of trolls.
Well, it depends on where you go on Reddit. There are some subreddits that are like...
Of course.
You're required to give serious answers to your questions.
No, yeah, absolutely. But the basic Reddit...
Yeah, I definitely can't deny that. There's always going to be somebody who brings up things.
Yep.
Yeah, especially touchy subjects.
Which we will avoid because family friendly.
Yeah.
Yay! We were talking about fandoms, though. Yes, we were talking about those cool things that we are all part of that can coexist peacefully.
Well, you got the middle and the on one side and then the other.
That's so specific it hurts me.
Yeah, like there's the people who are like, yeah, I'm kind of into this. I'm not going to lose my head over it.
Yep.
Then there's the people who are like, wow, this is amazing. I would like to own a T-shirt, and I watch every episode. And then there are the people who are like, the show is love. The show is life. If you don't like it, you're not a human being.
Yeah, those are the people we avoid.
Yeah, like
Those are the ones who start wars.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd say I'm a very dedicated member of the fairy tale fandom. Like, I would not have met my wife if it were not for fairy tale.
That's is true.
Or my mother, because she's the one who called my phone, which made my phone go off, which rang fairy tale theme song, which caused my wife to take notice. And then happily ever after, love blooms.
so beautiful.
It is a beautiful nerd story. And that's why I'm hot and nerdy. Hey, you know what we don't have up right now?
What?
A counter. For every time I say a specific word that starts with P and ends with nominal.
Let's see. I haven't actually been keeping track just yet.
Well, that's because I haven't said it once.
No, you haven't.
You know, after that episode a couple weeks ago where I just said it all the time.
That was a bit of a disappointing number because you boosted it.
I boosted it. Well, last week I definitely boosted it, but the week before I had said it so much that we thought it warranted having a counter for it. But now, I mean,
I think you're without it.
yeah, no, I feel a little lost. I'm going to have to really consider things now.
Well, it's back now.
It is? Okay, good. I am at liberty to say the word.
You can say it as much as you like.
Well, I'm going to say it naturally, because I think only the natural one should really count.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
No artificial inflation this week.
Yes. But anyway, I think the fairy tale fandom is phenomenal. It really is. There's nobody in there that's like a jerk bag. Coming up with creative terms on the radio is very, very difficult.
A ding dong.
You have every spectrum that anybody can follow.
Yeah, I mean, like, nobody's super serious about it that, like, I'm going to rip your head off if you don't agree with me. Although some of the ships get a little bit
We don't go
tight.
into the shipping wars.
But shipping on its own is just a whole nother thing. But yeah, overall, I think the fairy tale fandom is a phenomenal group of people who definitely are hurting right now. Yeah, we're hurting.
There's shippers in every fandom.
There is shippers, and well, you know what? Actually, I take that back. Yeah, they're pretty much in every fandom.
Yeah, it's impossible to have a fandom without any shipping.
It's unfortunate, really.
Yeah, one of the.
I mean, like even anime that just don't have any sort of capacity for it.
Yeah,
they're shippers somehow.
And one of the fandoms that I would recommend pretty much anybody avoid going too deeply into, aside from
Homestuck.
Well, that, yeah. And another one would be Undertale.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
The game is a beautiful game. It is one of the best games that has come out within the past year.
It's older than that.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, geez, where have I been?
Undertale's been around for years now.
At least 2.
I will tell you, it came out in 2015, actually. It is 2 years and a few days old.
Oh, but it's one of the...
But that is everywhere.
Yeah,
but point being, it's one of the best games that has come out in a very good long time.
You know the reason I won't play it? The fandom. The fandom has turned me off.
The fandom
Instantly.
It's one of the most toxic fandoms I've ever seen.
It makes you want, like, it's not fair to the game, because the game is phenomenal. Like,
yes.
I know it's a phenomenal game, but honestly, it's so toxic in the fandom that I don't want any part of it.
Which is weird, which is ironic in the worst way, because the game itself is a lot about accepting differences and
different styles of playing.
Yeah. Well, it's
not just different styles of playing, but accepting different people.
Yeah. I mean, the nerd culture in and of itself, we've discussed this, is very accepting. Coming from a place of where we were, kicked out, and we were, outcast. We made our place for ourselves and those who are also feeling outcast. We are a very accepting culture. Fandoms within the culture, however, are not.
Well,
no.
Some can be, a lot
of them are. But
a lot of them are, but there's the toxic ones and the extreme
ones.
The
toxic ones are the ones that get the most press. It's I say press, but nobody's actually reporting on this. But
people have reported on the toxic bits of bronies so much.
Yes. Well, that that's another discussion for another day. But within the nerd circles, so to speak, Undertale has a very bad reputation for a toxic fandom.
Yeah, but for such a beautiful game, it doesn't make any sense.
I know, right?
Like, I think one of the things that baffles me the most is just how devoted a lot of the fans are to keeping the main character gender ambiguous. I guess it's supposed to be like some kind of well-meaning, forward-thinking type of thing, but they will defend Frisk's androgyny to the death.
I mean, again, it's your game. Just like interpret it how you want, I guess. At the same time, Frisk is pretty androgynous, but just because somebody just somehow just associates them as being a he or a she, and they just refer to them as he and she when, I don't know, writing an article about them, that's not something to get up in arms about. And I'm sure the creators of the game don't care.
No.
I'm sure they're like, wow, that person really loves our game. Not, how dare, how dare they refer to our protagonist as a he or she.
I could think of other games like that.
Oh?
Like Legend of Zelda.
Zelda has actually a very good community. There's no there's very little toxicity. Every fandom has a little bit of toxicity.
Yeah.
When it comes to the timelines, though.
Timelines are all but settled now. The only one that's causing a little bit of stir right now is Breath of the Wild, because we really don't know where it belongs.
Yeah.
There's no definitive proof on either side. Honestly, I mean, my personal theory, and this is sort of spoilery, but not really, is that it's a convergence of the timelines. Because there are aspects of all of the timelines within it. So
I can see that.
And here's some really exciting news. You know how there's the Hyrule Historia, right? The book?
Yeah.
You know how there's the Arts and Artifacts?
Yeah.
Which is the second one? They're coming out with a third one. The
So-
Encyclopedia. So there are going to be 3 art books and encyclopedia books for The Legend of Zelda.
Okay, I believe the first book is green.
Yep.
The second one is red, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what the third one's
Probably
color
gonna
will
be blue.
It is. It's a beautiful deep blue.
That's the joke.
Yeah, well, it's not a joke. It's just like how it is.
No, it's the law.
Faror, Din, and Nehru.
I know, but the joke was I don't know.
Oh, no, I know. I got that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really, really exciting. I'm hoping they come up with a box set with all 3 in it.
That's got to be expensive, though.
They're not terrible.
No, they're not.
I mean, and they're for the phenomenal content you get out of it, it's worth paying. If you're a real collector, I mean,
Yeah,
it's definitely something that's worth picking up.
All right.
I mean, I really enjoyed reading through it. And they even have, like, at the back of the Hyrule Historia, there's a comic about the first Link. The first Link.
Really?
And that meets with Hylia before Hylia became Zelda.
Jeez.
Like there's a comic that's sort of like Hylia blessing Link for the first time, and the moment their souls became intertwined forever. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I really, really enjoyed that.
Have you read any of the Legend of Zelda manga?
I own most of it. My wife absolutely loves it.
You mean the Ocarina of Time ones?
No, I mean like all. So they've been putting out master collections.
Yeah.
And they're so friggin' phenomenal. Like the art is so cool. And the storyline is great. The only thing is like Link kind of talks sometimes, and I'm like, Link, buddy, no.
Well, I mean,
But it makes sense for the manga.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to speak at some point, or people are just going to be like, it's going to be a bit significantly more boring.
Yeah. And there's so much more heart in them. Like, there's some heartbreak in the Ocarina of Time one. I'm not going to spoiler it, but like, it made me go, oh no.
Is it the bit with Volvagia?
Yeah, Volvagia.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Well, yeah. No, just read it. It's definitely worth a read.
But that's more because I'm a sucker for all things dragon.
Yeah, I know, right? Really, really worth reading. I would recommend that to everybody who likes The Legend of Zelda. I mean, obviously, these are only our opinions. We can only go so far.
True that.
But our recommendations are from a place of knowledge and experience, because we are all old salts when it comes to nerddom.
Yeah.
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 Although
I'm happy now because at least my mom's happy and everything like that, because one of the fandoms actually came back.
Oh, really? Which one?
Discovery is out.
Discovery?
Star Trek Discovery.
Right. Yeah, Star Trek is making a resurgence.
Yeah, that is a thing going on.
I haven't seen it. I mean, I don't know.
Any word on where it is in the timeline exactly?
It's in the new timeline.
Oh.
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
It gives me a bit of disappointment because it's all runny, gunny, shooty, and I don't like that.
No, it's with the Klingons.
Oh, yeah, I have seen a little bit of screenshots and, like, stuff like that. I mean, given that we're actually getting something new for Star Trek, I'm not going to complain too hard. I know, like, we'd all ideally like more like Next Generation. Like,
yeah, you said Next Generation, Best Generation. I don't
Picard
care.
was a
Yes,
total certified badass.
Yeah, I don't care what anyone says. Picard is like, and in my honest opinion, second best was Janeway. Because she had to make some really super terribly tough decisions.
It was good writing. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was good writing.
Yeah.
the episode was they broke it down into 2 because it was very long.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
They meet the Klingons and they start the war.
oh no. Okay, so we've talked a bit on fandoms.
Fandoms are a good thing.
They are a good thing. They bring a lot of wonderful stuff to the
a lot of joy. Fandoms are phenomenal.
Yes, they are.
But they can also be toxic. So be wary and don't just jump headfirst into a fandom.
No.
Feel it out.
Yeah.
That is a honest suggestion from 3 veteran nerds.
Yeah. All right. And let's see. One thing that's kind of got me in a bit of a twist is the Hot Topic is releasing a new clothing line based on Princess Mononoke.
Really?
Yes.
You shouldn't have said that, Tim.
Well, I'm not going to go out and buy it. I'm a broke nerd.
See, and normally I would not have a problem with this because Princess Mononoke is my most favoritist movie ever. But the problem is when Hot Topic releases clothing, the way they advertised it, it looks like whenever you say things like that, I'm going to be imagining you're going to be putting out clothing items that make me look like the characters because that's what I really want.
That's straight up cosplay though.
I know, but that's what I want.
That's true. That's pretty cool.
However, that is never what Hot Topic does.
No.
And it makes me very, very sad.
But at the same time, I'm not really surprised.
Well, no, I'm not either, which is why when I first saw it, I got somewhat angry because it was just like, you're going in the right direction, but you still don't do it right.
Yeah.
I don't want a shirt that just has Kodama on it, or San's face or the mask or anything like that. I would like to have San's mask and put it on my face.
They must sell that somewhere. They've got to sell that.
Yeah, and
Yes,
they do. They have to.
Well, yeah, they do, but usually you have to go on Etsy to look for stuff like that.
no, there's a few other places.
Well, but they're somewhat obscure places, is what I'm getting at.
And they can be pretty pricey.
That's true.
And so when a mainstream store like Hot Topic starts going into it, you're just like, finally, I can acquire it whenever.
Yeah.
And it'll be somewhat reasonably priced.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Me and Hot Topic don't get along for one reason and one reason only.
Yeah.
We pre-ordered the Fairy Tale Pop from them.
Yeah.
They did not deliver. They canceled our order.
Why?
I don't know. Well, we got them off Amazon, and our Lucy is busted. So I've got to purchase another one of Lucy. Mm-hmm. Because she just, she doesn't stand up straight. It's really unfortunate. But Happy and Natsu are freaking awesome. Yeah. But also, their Fairy Tale merch is kind of lacking. It's not great.
Yeah,
they could do better.
Yeah, they're being pushed out with all the other ones that are coming out.
Which is silly because Fairy Tale's the best thing ever. It's phenomenal.
I'm going to have to give that show another swing. Last time I looked at it, I wasn't exactly in the correct mindset for it.
Also, Bearman has been a huge troll about it for the past year.
Yeah, so I've heard.
Oh, wifey and wifey's mad at him for that. Yeah. But I mean, a year-long troll, I mean, you kind of get what you deserve after that.
A little bit. I'm not even going to defend him on that one. He'll get what's coming to him.
Well, Shakespeare said it best. What a woman's, health hath no fury.
Like a woman scorned. Or trolled, I guess we can adapt Shakespeare. Hell hath no fury like a woman trolled.
Oh, jeez.
No, hell hath no fury like a nerd who is trolled.
Oh.
Yep, that'll do it.
I can, as a certified female, I have my license right here to prove it, see?
Oh, no, yeah, I have one too. But that's because I'm a nerd. Mine's just a nerd. Yours is like the elevated one. You have a license to scorn more.
Yeah.
It's a double license, really.
I use it as frequently as I'm allowed to.
Yes.
The statute of limits on that really needs to be lifted.
I mean,
really.
Yeah.
But but that's like the thing about Hot Topic, though. They do have good stuff,
yeah,
but it's never quite the right stuff.
They're usually, they're usually like 3 years behind.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's not really so bad to me.
I mean, they're usually reasonably priced, though, somewhat. They can be a little pricey on some objects, but
it's not really the price so much as it is the actual merchandise they're selling that I have a problem with.
Yeah, I am more inclined to go and wait for a con to pick up my merch. Like, my favorite place to buy merch is at a con.
Well, yeah, because people who are at a con, they're more likely to actually have
what you're looking
thing you want.
And they also have products imported from Japan. And as we all know, Japan gets all the cool stuff.
Yeah, you get those cool sodas that have the little marble in them.
Actually, you can buy ramen in the U.S.
Really?
Yes, you can.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the local grocery store around here sells both regular and strawberry flavored ramen.
I'm gonna have to excuse me. I'm just gonna.
No. We'll go later, Scotty. It's okay.
but the marbles.
I know, but it's so delicious. So
I'm both intrigued and confused as to the presence of the marble. What is its purpose?
It's Japan, and it's a cool way. So it seals the bottle. So you know how we have caps?
Yeah.
That is their cap.
Oh, so it doesn't. So if it tips, is it for if it tips over or?
Oh no. Once you pop the marble, then it's an open drink. But like the initial purpose of it is to seal the bottle.
Yeah, but then once you tip it upside down because you were trying to get a good glug in, it seals it off again, and you can't get your glug in.
Well, it's a sip. You get exactly one sip out of it.
That's probably just my American sensibilities talking, wanting to chug everything in sight.
Yeah. But at the same time, like, I understand there is a way to drink it where the marble doesn't clog it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't upend it. You got to tilt it. So what's the craziest flavor of ramen you've ever had?
I wouldn't say I've really looked at the flavors too closely. I usually just pick up whatever one is blue.
Oh, there are some crazy flavors.
Yeah, there's crazy flavors.
Orange, what's the craziest one you've ever had?
I have never had one.
Well, I had teriyaki flavored.
What?
It's delicious.
That's a thing?
It's so good.
It's Japan.
They've got teriyaki flavored, takoyaki flavored. They've got taiyaki flavored, I believe.
Octopus flavored soda.
Octopus ball flavored soda, yeah.
Jeez.
Yep. They have spicy curry flavored.
Oh, no.
It's so good. Like, they're all good. That's the weird part.
Well, if we were allowed to bring them in here, I would like. I'd want to like do a taste trial or something.
We can work something out, I think.
Because I feel like that would be fun.
We should have talks about this.
Get like some kind of just bring in a whole bunch of weird food and drink and.
Oh my God!
I can think of some sodas that are actually weird.
Oh, I know.
We can, and then just our reactions to the weirdness, whether it's good or not, and.
Oh boy, I've got an idea for that. Stay tuned, folks. We'll get back to you on that. So stay tuned to the DJ Frost Facebook page. That's where you're going to find information. Am I shameless plugging enough?
No.
I think so.
Cool. It's phenomenal. No, but seriously, go to Facebook and like DJ Frost at WLMC. First of all, I'll love you forever if you do. Second of all, I will keep you posted about kind of like crazy stuff like that we're going to do. Because now that we have a YouTube channel and we're streaming there and it's working great. Like, it's phenomenal right now.
It's working.
It hasn't crashed yet.
My gosh.
Quick, everybody knock on wood. That was wood. We actually have wood in the station. It's very nice.
Pretty great.
It's pretty
Orange
great.
didn't do it. He jinxed the whole thing.
And there
I'm
it's go.
naturally lucky. He can attest.
No, he's actually naturally super lucky. It's like he's a giant 4-leaf clover.
Maybe you should have asked him to open your card packs.
I should have. Actually, I'm going to have to take you with me, and I'm going to have you choose card packs for me. So, some context. I am naturally unlucky with card packs and, like, gotcha games. Gachapon, not like gotcha.
Got your nose.
Yeah. So, every time I really want something, I just hand my phone or whatever to Orange, and he does it, and then it works out great. And that's how I get good things on gotcha games.
What? I'm not lucky.
Yeah, you are super, super lucky. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
I've been told I'm not allowed to have any more card packs. No, there was my short-lived spree.
No, but if you want to talk anything relatable, what about the new gold and silver?
Yeah.
And are there new details about it, or is it just
It's
still straight
out.
up? It's out now. Well, that is a new detail. That's super important.
They released last week on Friday.
Ooh.
So the 21st, no.
22nd.
22nd. The 22nd of September they released on the eShop for a 3DS. And I am so happy. They are so cool. It's a blast back to my childhood, back to 2000.
And then not that expensive.
No, not at all. They're like 10-ish?
Yeah,
I don't know.
$10.
I've yet to purchase one, but I've seen people playing them. But like I'm going to. But there's not like a limited time period for me to buy this. I'm just, waiting for like nerd money to come in.
Are they still going to have that annoying going back and forth between areas to catch Suicune and the other two?
Oh, yes, obviously. That's how Gold and Silver was. It is the exact same game as it was on the Game Boy.
They just ported
I
it
see.
over.
They just ported it over.
So
And they added a
Pain and
trading.
all.
They implemented a trading thing. That's the only difference. Trading thing that will work with modern tech.
yeah, so no more
Because no more
More
game-
cable.
no more link cables.
I still have a link cable.
I do too. I still have like my Game Boy Color.
Yeah,
Big-
I have mine.
My big like little bag that you put the Game Boy in the bottom. You have the pouch for the games.
Yes.
That in the back, and in the front you keep your wires and other games.
Yes, I still have one.
It's
I still have my brick.
It's
in there, and there's still the cables are still in there.
Oh, wow.
The original red is still in there.
Oh.
And the red Game Boy that was in it is still in there.
Nice. I have a...
Batteries are probably long dead, but
Oh, you left batteries in there?
probably.
Oh, God.
Oh, the acid's going to kill it.
Yeah. I was fortunate enough that I always scavenged for batteries from things. So my Game Boy Color and my Game Boy Advance both do not have batteries in them because I scavenged them for other things. So yeah, that was a fortunate thing. But yeah, no, I had two Game Boy Colors. My first one was yellow, and I got it on the same day that I got Pokemon Yellow, and it was the best thing ever because like I had Pokemon Yellow and a yellow Game Boy, and it was like the coolest thing ever. But that Game Boy died. I don't know what happened. But then I ended up getting a bright green one, and that I still have, and it's awesome. And there's a Mewtwo sticker on the back of it because I put it there.
I think I have every single console from Nintendo.
I have a lot of them, not every single one. You have a Virtual Boy.
No, not that one.
Okay.
You have Rob?
No. I have the original NES, the stuff that came out here in America.
NES, SNES, N64,
GameCube.
GameCube, Wii U, Switch. Yep.
My new one's sitting in my room.
Oh, the Switch?
No, not here.
No. The Switch, my Switch is here with me. I love my Switch.
So jelly. People are everybody's getting them, and I'm just sitting here being sensible and trying to wait for prices to happen.
They won't for at least another year and a half.
Oh.
Because They are
selling well.
Yeah, in Japan, you need a lottery to get one. Like, you need to win a lottery from a store to be able to have the ability to purchase one.
Jesus.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy 15's creator can't even get one.
Yeah, I showed you that.
Yeah.
That news bit last week.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
It's pretty insane.
Yeah. I'm glad we live in the U.S. where we have some Switches available for purchase, but not too many.
No, it's outselling a lot of the actual other consoles.
Yeah.
And the other consoles are like taking notice.
Yeah. Although I have read somewhere that if you want to get any console, doesn't matter what it is, for severely discounted prices, all you have to do, and this, I don't know if this is unethical or not, but you wait until the time of year when report cards come out.
Okay.
Because the logic being that a lot of parents get their kids all kinds of game consoles as incentives. And then if they don't do so well, they sell them
back.
Yeah. So you just wait until that time.
You know what? Theoretically, that could work.
It has worked for a lot of consoles in the past. I don't necessarily know if it'll hold true for the Switch, being as popular as it is, but
even if it got sold back, it'd be sold within the hour. You know, it's one of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Catch-22.
It's a tip to have in mind.
That is a pro veteran nerd tip. I give it an A+ phenomenal.
There's a rating system now.
Yes.
For the tips.
Yes, tips range from F of you done screwed up to A+ phenomenal, and then I'll come up with the in-betweens later.
I'm surprised you're not going S rank.
Yeah, well actually he's correct. S rank phenomenal.
S+, 22 S's all in a row.
I go with the Fire Emblem. It goes S, double S, triple S. Yeah. Although recent Fire Emblem games haven't done triple S. It's S rank for very few things. And actually, since they got rid of the weapon familiarity stuff, for the most part, I think A is the max now for that.
Yeah, and certain things.
Right. In Fates, only certain classes could get to certain levels. And S was the highest. They haven't done double S or triple S for, actually, I think since Radiant Dawn.
Yeah.
So that's something.
No, you're talking about the mobile.
No, I'm talking about the actual main series.
Oh,
games.
the regular Fire Emblem, because I know you've been
He's talking about GameCube.
Because I know you both have been playing a lot of the mobile.
Heroes. I'm more than happy to talk about that. I've been having so much fun with that recently.
I think they're probably going to bring back the S system in that one.
Oh, in Warriors?
Yeah.
Maybe. I know there's a main console game coming to the Switch that is going to be Fire Emblem. Don't know much about it or anything at all, but they have promised it to us. So that's exciting because there hasn't been a main console game for Fire Emblem
since the
Wii. And that was Radiant Dawn. And that was a phenomenal game. I love that game. I've probably beaten it 5 or 6 times. Like, hands down, one of my favorite games. And I got it as like just a random gift for my birthday. Like, I was like, oh, this is cool. I've seen something about this. Let me try it. Fell in love with the Fire Emblem series.
Yeah, once you play the first any Fire Emblem, you just immediately fall in love with it.
Okay, so that kind of makes me want to ask the both of you, like, this is like, you guys ready for a super personal question?
1 second. I got the most cryptic text.
Yeah?
It says, say Scott Speedman.
I don't...
I'm not sure why.
Don't say it.
But I just did. Anyway, your question.
The super personal question. First game you ever played. What was it? That's
a really good question.
What was it, and does it still hold up? Or does it, or if it...
First game I ever played was the original arcade game Donkey Kong.
You know what?
That's a good classic.
I'm going to extend this question out to all our listeners, too. You can tell me on Facebook. Tell me in the YouTube chat. Message me or text me if you have my number. Like, do it. I want to hear everybody's responses. Like, right meow. All right.
Right meow.
Right meow. My first game I ever played... While I was alive for the NES and the SNES, I wasn't allowed to have them. you know. But then my grandfather, of all people, bought me a Nintendo 64 for Christmas, and he bought me 2 games. No, he actually bought me 1 game. It was Super Mario 64. And that game still holds up. For dang sure it does.
Oh, it definitely does. In all its pixelated charm with its squishy face.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
It's a beautiful thing.
I played an original arcade game for my first game. So.
One of our listeners says Harvest Moon 64.
Ooh.
Also a really good game.
Haven't played that one.
Harvest Moon is
It's
just
like Stardew Valley, but
well, it's the original.
Yeah.
Harvest Moon 64 is really, really phenomenal. It's like one of the best in the series, I believe. The ones on the Wii were also pretty good, and the GameCube one was actually really good as well, I've been told. I haven't played the GameCube one. I know I loved the heck out of the one of them on the Wii. I believe it was Tree of Tranquility. Harvest Moon, Tree of Tranquility. Yep. Really good game. Right. So, Scotty,
so
your first game.
Are we going to limit it to consoles, or is PC included?
Any game. Just any game.
Okay, literally any game. Well, that's kind of difficult for me to pinpoint because I remember playing HE entertainment games on the PC before I ever got any sort of console.
That's fair.
I'm talking like the old school Pajama Sam, Freddy Fish.
I remember those.
Spy Fox.
Those were so great.
I know, they were beautiful. I wanted to be Pajama Sam so bad.
You want to know the sad thing? I had an N64 before my family had a computer.
Oh.
Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, no. I mean, but my dad had his Macintosh at
right.
the box when they still looked like boxes.
Oh my god, I remember those.
And the boxes that the cat would sleep on because it's so warm.
Yes.
And
But he probably used it for work, right?
Oh yeah, he used it for work, and I still remember the
dial up.
Yeah,
See, my parents never needed a computer for work. They still kind of don't, but yeah. So that wasn't something that our family grew up with until again my grandfather unwittingly bought us a gaming machine.
But yeah, so. I thought it was super cool when I was like 2 years old, so he started getting me little kid games like Disney read-along adventures, sort of whatevers.
Like
101 Dalmatians and then Pajama Sam and...
I just got word from Bearman.
Yeah.
His first game was Scott Speedman.
Scott Speedman. I'm going to have to look that up.
It's not a real game. He's trolling.
and
oh, sorry. The first game was Scott Speedman and the Very Fast Fox. Yeah. I'll let you read the text messages he's been sending. Just,
just give me that.
Yeah, don't read them out like all the way because there's some naughty words in there.
Yeah, I figured because he's just he's a weird dude.
But you know what? What would Scott Speedman be if it was a game?
Scott Speedman. I imagine he would be.
Well, he's obviously a very fast fox.
So he's a knockoff of Sonic.
Okay.
But he's the opposite of blue, which I believe is orange.
Yes.
He's an orange fox, but he's not Tails.
That's actually really, really fitting. Tails is yellow-ish.
Yeah, but
he's not triple-tailed. He's just like a normal fox.
And Scott, so
he's like the Carfax fox from the TV commercials.
Yeah, and he has roller skates.
Yes. Do they have rocket boosters on them?
Of course they've got rocket boosters.
That's an upgrade, though. I think he has to start just rolling down hills.
Not roller blades, but just
roller skates.
Just just the four.
Who remembers what roller skates are? Like, who actually remembers that stuff?
I do.
I do too.
I remember bruising my butt super bad because I didn't know how.
Oh yeah. Well, you were less likely to bruise your butt on a roller skate than a roller blade. I'll tell you what.
That's definitely for sure. Rollerblades. It's like ice skating, only less cold.
And
I think it was
because when you're in an ice skating rink, you wear like snow pants.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I think it was the 90s when the roller skate derbies decided just to disappear.
It was like a business thing. Like there wasn't enough business, and that's sad because roller rinks are like the best.
They're really cool. I love it when it takes some time to get used to being in the skates, but then once you do, it's fun to just kind of cruise around in circles to whatever cheesy 90s song is on at the time.
Yeah, they all disappeared after the 90s.
And it's always a 90s song.
Okay, so apparently Scott Speedman's like an actual person.
Really?
He's a British-Canadian film and television actor. You know what?
I don't think he had a video game, though.
He does not. But Bearman correctly pointed out that it is real. Oh, wow.
All right.
Oh, no! He is right. It's a real game.
Is it?
It's an anti-drug game where the main character uses a skateboard and fights drug dealers. I remember this game. I just didn't remember the name of it.
Oh, it's in the same vein as...
Yes.
Oh, no.
But really, Bearman, was that really the first game you ever played?
Nah.
I find that hard to believe. I'm sure you played something real classy. or maybe like a comic book game, because he's really into the comics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, Spider-Man is his absolute favorite.
Yeah, he's got to wait for a while.
I think there's
The newest one is supposed to come out in 2018.
yeah.
But yeah, so... But if we're going to be talking first console game, the first console game that I played that was actually mine and didn't belong to somebody else, that was Banjo-Tooie.
Banjo-Tooie. I didn't actually play Banjo-Tooie. I did, however, play Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh, that game was fun.
I ended up playing Tooie first for one reason or another. And then I was like,
You went backwards.
Yeah, and then I went back. And then...
Which one did you like better, out of curiosity?
Honestly, I enjoyed Tooie better.
Really? What was the draw of it that was a little bit better for you?
It might be the nostalgia factor. It also might be the world in Tooie is genuinely significantly larger.
Right, because the technology was increasing, and
Yeah.
they were able to fit more on an N64 cartridge, and yeah.
And
You know, it's so sad. Banjo-Kazooie has just devolved into just an awful series.
Yeah.
it
Ray are just...
Nuts and bolts, anybody?
makes me want to cry.
I know, right?
Like, for real, though.
Yeah, they took it off of the Nintendo system and put it on the Xbox.
And then it just kind of...
It died.
And that was because Rare was bought out by Microsoft.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
But then Yooka-Laylee happened, and that made me super happy.
Yeah?
Yeah, it, like...
I mean,
I know it made you super happy, but it made the fans go nuts.
A lot of fans were...
I'm a
there
fan!
there was a lot of mixed reactions.
Well, yeah,
There was a lot of sadness. But I mean, for what they were trying to do, recreate a 90s game, spot on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like,
Still no Switch version, though. I'm a little upset about that.
a lot of the complaints that I was hearing from a lot of people was like, yeah, it's the same game, but we wanted something different. And I'm like, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You've literally been begging for exactly more of the same for going on 10 years now.
A little bit more than 10 years, about 15.
10, 15, at this point, it doesn't matter. But
You got what you wanted, and now you're complaining.
Isn't
that always the way?
It
Yeah, they always
really is,
complain.
though. Like, the only complaint that I have with the game is that there aren't enough worlds.
They could have expanded it.
There are too few worlds and too much going on in each one that does happen.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
That really is.
because there's about 5 different actual worlds and 25 of the little collectible replacement jiggies. They're called pages now.
Really? Jiggy's pages. You'll never know.
Yeah,
Isn't there like a corporate overtone, like you're taking down the man?
yeah, like literally what's going on is I'm pretty sure that the team who developed this is the actual people who were behind Banjo-Kazooie. They had everybody there for it.
Really?
And
That's exciting.
It was pretty great. So I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be surprised at all if there was actual bitterness put in
to the man.
yeah, to the Microsoft man that forced them to create something awful.
You know what? That may, in fact, be. But we'll never know. I mean, unless we went and asked them, which,
I mean, that it's entirely possible that we could. There could be a Reddit AMA out there.
I would look for it, but I'm lazy. And also, again, Reddit, cesspool, internet.
Yeah.
That's all the points, actually.
Sometimes AMAs go really, really poorly.
Really, really poorly.
Although in some cases, the person who set it up was kind of asking for it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like the Reddit roast me's.
Yeah, but at least the roast me's are funny.
Yes, yes, they are.
And they're supposed to be funny. The people who go into that know what they're getting into, and they want this to happen.
Sometimes they wish they hadn't, though.
Yeah, this is true.
The people who are doing the AMAs, they don't want to be made fun of on the internet.
Oh my God, guys.
What?
There's a trailer for Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, yeah. I can't go around to see.
I know. We'll watch it later, but the fact that that exists is exciting.
I want to see young John Marston.
Yeah, I think they pushed it back to 2018 now.
Well, it was always going to be 2018 anyway. But, like, still, it looks... I mean, from the basic visual that I'm looking at, looks phenomenal. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
So, in other video game news, this is something I was talking to you about earlier. The flaring of tempers between the creators of Fortnite and PUBG.
Oh, yeah. So, in terms of which game I like better, unpopular opinion time, Fortnite. Because it looks visually more appealing to me. And honestly, I'm a little sick of hearing about PUBG.
Yeah,
Just a little bit sick of hearing about PUBG.
Okay, other unpopular opinion?
Yeah.
I agree with you completely for the same reasons.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Wait, Orange? No opinion, or what's your opinion on this?
No.
2 out of 2 ain't bad. Yeah.
The visual style of Fortnite is just...
It's more refined.
It's more... Honestly, it's a little more cartoony. It's a more refined TF2 is what it looks like to me. And it's got the same kind of zaniness going on with the weapons, and you fall out of the sky from a bus.
Oh, from a bus?
Yeah, there's just like a bus attached to a hot air balloon, and that's how you enter, and you skydive out of that into the world.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the point of conflict?
Like, the point of conflict is that Fortnite recently added a battle royale mode to its gameplay, which you can access for free from their website. And PUBG and the creators of PUBG are just like, yo, we're the ones who do battle royale stuff. You're trying to copy our thing.
Oh, that's not true.
Funny story. Battle Royale has been around longer than both those games combined.
So
what?
So it's companies trying to
neither of them wants to lose the money.
No, they don't want to lose the money. And
Battle Royale has been around since Minecraft.
I know, right? Although Minecraft's Battle Royale is just kind of I can't say the word I was about to say. It's kind of a mess.
It's definitely a mess, but I mean, the key difference between Fortnite and PUBG is that in Fortnite, you can literally deconstruct anything in the environment.
That's so cool.
And then rebuild it into your own, into walls and floors and traps of your own fortress. I
mean, it's worth noting that PUBG is an alpha. PUBG, by the way, is Players Unknown Battleground.
Yeah.
Or PlayerUnknown's Battleground.
And it's
it's the same thing as like COD.
Yeah.
It's very similar to Call of Duty, yes.
And it's been shattering Steam records left and right for numbers of consecutive players.
Yep.
Because people get hungry for the next first-person shooter.
Yeah. I mean, we were like, it's the best thing ever. And I'm like, I don't understand, but I will respect your opinion on that.
And honestly, while I haven't played either of these games, if I really had to pick, I've seen I've actually watched the trailers for both. I still would pick Fortnite because
I've watched gameplay of both.
Yeah.
And I'd pick Fortnite. I think in Fortnite, you can actually get with team members. Like, you can have a team and play with your friends.
Yeah, it's
not try to kill your friends. That's kind of appealing to me.
Yeah, because I kind of suck at multiplayer most anything.
I am really bad at shooting.
So I would love to be able to build a fort and then set up turrets and have friends guarding entry points.
I think they're just getting mad because it's, you know...
It's encroaching, but like really PUBG, you've got plenty of followers, don't worry.
Yeah,
just come out with the actual game and not the alpha.
Worry about developing it, yep.
Yeah, it's like companies trying to lay claim on the word saga all over again. Only now they're trying to lay claim to a genre, which is even more ridiculous.
I know, I mean, remember, Battleborn...
Battleborn existed for like a second.
Yeah, it did.
But I mean, Overwatch doesn't have the monopoly on character-based team shooter things. That if anybody was going to lay claim to that, I would imagine it would be TF2.
TF2 would be a good place to start.
And
but
another
I mean,
one that's rising.
Unreal Tournament had existed way before that, too.
Yeah, that's true. That one, too. And then you also got the Wings of Icarus.
Yeah, no, I mean, these games have been around a lot longer. It's just they have not been as popular as the PUBG.
Or the Overwatch.
Yeah. Don't get me started on Overwatch.
6 months ago.
It's an all right game. It's a good game.
But now they're like really pushing the esports thing, and that takes away the whole casual feel.
Yeah.
And that makes me not want to play it at all.
Yeah. Anybody new who wants to get into it because, hey, this looks like fun. They're going to get crushed immediately, and then they'll be turned away, and they'll never play it again.
Quake. Remember Quake?
Yeah.
Our YouTube listener pointed out Quake was before all of these games. Quake was there.
Yeah, in the sense of team-based shooter or battle royale.
Battle royale. Quake. Quake was there.
That is true. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, Quake. I haven't played that game in ever.
And I believe the fan base. I'm not that familiar with the fan base of Quake, but I do believe they are fierce. I don't believe they're toxic, but they are fiercely loyal to their product.
Oh, of course. I mean, and they're not toxic. I'm sure they're very welcoming because they want more people to play with. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, but if PUBG and in one of the trailers for PUBG, they ended the trailer with hashtag "This is Battle Royale," and I'm like.
They are really trying hard.
I'm pretty sure with this new information in my head, I'm pretty sure the Quake fan base has some words for you.
Yeah.
And something that is, they're going to have words because it's starting wars. No pun intended.
Yeah, no, it's funny. FPS games starting wars. Kind of the point.
Yeah, but I mean, war. I don't think wars between factions of this variety was what anybody had in mind.
I highly doubt that.
6 months ago, before I look at Twitch and all that stuff, and it was actually the number one of the top 5 games.
What?
Uno.
Uno,
like the card game Uno.
Yes.
Of all things.
Uno.
Yes.
I would understand Cards Against Humanity, but.
I mean, I could. You know what? I kind of understand.
Uno can get cutthroat because they turn on all the rules.
I see. Oh no!
That's too cutthroat for me, man. I'm out. I'm out.
Oh, have you ever seen? I've seen some fakey comic, Doshinji comics going around on Facebook occasionally of an Uno manga.
Oh.
It's your standard card game anime level of cheese, but it's Uno. And it's funny because it works.
I bet you it does.
It works on a personal level.
That's amazing.
Also a YouTube video that's called Uno the Movie because it took about an hour.
That's amazing.
There's an entire movie about Uno?
Yeah, it's just somebody took an hour, 30-something...
Yeah.
An hour and 30 minutes of playing nothing but Uno. It's called Uno the Movie.
That sounds amazing.
It's beautiful. But yeah, the character draws the wild card, and then they play it, and then everybody's like, oh! And then the bad guy's like, no, wild card, impossible. No one's ever been able to summon him.
That is great. Oh, man.
It also brings to mind, turning the most mundane things into anime.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Have you seen the video for the fidget spinner anime?
I don't want to talk about that. Let's move on. It makes me upset and angry.
That is the anime that's coming out that's nothing about memes.
It's not it's not an actual anime. It's just a short live action bit, and it's done in an anime style, and it's hilarious.
Actually, no, they are coming out with a fidget spinner anime.
Why? That doesn't need to be real.
Neither does a meme anime, but
But meme
Yeah.
anime. Wait, are you as in an anime about memes?
Yes.
Yeah.
A real one?
Yes.
What is it called?
I have no idea.
Why is this? Hang on. I've got to find this.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of turning card games into things, who remembers the Pokemon trading card game video game?
Yeah.
Like how amazing that was.
It was fun.
It was like the best thing ever. Like it was just like a very well put together game. Did you know there was a sequel that we never got in this country because Japan gets all the cool things? How many times do I have to say that?
A few.
Like, yeah, Japan gets all the cool things, and we don't get any of that. And it's unfortunate because, like, the Pokemon TCG was an amazing game. It just was.
I wouldn't know anything about it. I just collected the cards because I liked collecting.
Right, but there was a video game based off of it.
I
And it
believe
was
you.
it was like a Pokemon game, and like you went to different gyms and stuff, but instead of fighting with Pokemon, you played Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's
It was
pretty
so
neat.
good. It was phenomenal. I had so much fun. I played for like hours and hours and hours for that. It was so great.
I am having issues finding this anime.
It was like teased, but there's not much on it right now, I believe.
Because I just looked up. First, I looked up meme anime, then anime about memes. All I'm getting are anime memes.
Yeah, that's probably what you're gonna get. Orange will probably find it.
I'm working on it.
Yes, he is a walking, talking encyclopedia of anime. So,
All right.
anyway.
But speaking of Pokemon, what about the new Ultra stuff?
Oh, there's some really cool news about that.
Ultras.
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon
Oh, yes.
is going to have some really cool new features. One of these features is a photo studio where like you can like post your Pokemon and make like really cool pictures. Another one of these features, and the one I'm most excited about, surfing on a Mantine, doing tricks and stuff in the waves, and like it looks so cool.
See, up until the point where you mentioned doing tricks, I was just like, yeah, surfing happens in all of them.
No, like surfing. Like the way we consider surfing, not
See,
like
that-
riding on a Pokemon. Like
that's when
surfing.
That's when I started being like, tell me more.
Yeah, basically, you can ride between islands. Instead of like flying now and taking a boat, you can surf between the islands on a Mantine.
That's super cool.
I know, right?
A lot faster.
I don't know if it's faster, but like it certainly is awesome.
Can you get encounters during that?
I imagine so. There it would
Probably
be,
a lot of water types.
yeah, well, water and flying and
Plus,
water.
they
flying.
added all the other ones.
Which ones?
All the other Pokemon.
Oh yeah, there's over 400 Pokemon in the game now, without having to import them, which is really it's significant considering there's like almost 900 now.
I thought
Yeah.
I thought they had just breached 900.
You're probably correct. Actually, let me just double check.
Let's see.
Any luck, Orange?
Yeah, I'm
on
working on
finding
it.
what you were looking for.
I'm looking for it.
Let us.
I was in the wrong era.
We have a total of.
There it is. Pop Team Epic.
802 is the total number of Pokemon right now.
Pop Team Epic, that's the meme anime?
Yes.
All right.
So we were off by 100. There are 802 Pokemon. That is the current number.
Yeah, by 2020, they're saying about over 1,000.
I don't think that's accurate because it's going to be a while till the next generation comes out. So, and there's only like a couple of years. We're getting there. And when we do get there, that means I will have memorized like 1,000 Pokemon's names and types.
Could you imagine the rap to that?
Did you know there is a Pokemon rap, I think up to 6th generation with all the Pokemon
Yeah.
that I think College Humor made? So it's hilarious. It's like 7.5 minutes long.
Okay, so I just typed in the Pop Team Epic into my search.
Yeah.
And literally the first entry that came up for it on Google is a link to Know Your Meme.
Oh, no.
I guess that would be the most fitting place for it.
Yeah. Yep, I would have to agree with you there.
And I'm looking at some of the comics now, and
It's mostly memes.
oh no, oh these are. I can't read these. I can't read.
Just don't.
But they're so funny.
Just know.
Okay.
It is not something that you want to watch, but you sure want to look up and see how bad it is.
It's so bad.
Yeah, blame Japan for making a meme anime.
It's so bad.
You can't help but you know the U.S. has a part in this, right? You know they're not alone in the blame.
No, oh no.
Like, yes, they're the ones who instigated it, but like, we definitely contributed with our memes over here.
Yeah, we did.
And like, somebody in America must have funded for the translation of these.
Yep.
So we are very far from being.
It's 4 panels of manga.
Oh, it's a four coma.
Yeah,
got it.
Yeah,
and it's nothing but memes.
Oh boy!
Like a very sick part of me enjoys it, but it
appeals to that dark side of you.
It's like the darkest part of my soul.
The nerdy dark side.
The part that enjoys the absolute worst that the internet has to offer.
Yeah, and they turned it into an anime. It's like,
what? No, that's definitely it. I can understand 4-panel comics in this way, but there's no reason to turn this into an anime.
Well, they have, and yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that.
Oh no.
It doesn't come out until winter.
If I know Bearman at all, he's going to want to see it.
He's probably all over looking it up right now as we speak. Oh, Bearman.
He's going to be all shoving it in my face. And he's going to start quoting things at me. And then I'll be like, no, son.
No, sirree. That gets a grade E.
Just That's all. That's all it gets.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah, just
Yeah, but you don't have to worry.
It didn't get a grade F. I mean,
no.
It probably is going to end up with like a grade like double F, triple F, something like that.
When it comes out in winter, you mean?
Yes. Something that is coming out in the winter season, Overlord Season 2.
Yeah.
Super, super excited about that.
Yeah?
Overlord is a phenomenal anime. It's just really, really well done. The light novels apparently are really, really cool and dark. I have not had the pleasure of reading them yet. It is definitely on my list of things that I want to read, but my list of things I want to read is like a mile long, and, you know.
It keeps growing.
It keeps growing, exactly. So, you know, watching the anime is a good way to hold myself over and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. What else is coming in 2018? There's another big one that it's just escaping me.
I want to say Shadow of War?
No, that's...
Shadow of War is a game coming out, what, next week?
Yeah, the 10th.
No, not next week then. 1 second.
Shadow of War is coming out October 10th.
Yeah, it is coming out. Actually, it's coming out today. It came out today.
Oh, well then.
No, that's the mobile game.
No, this is the PlayStation 4 version and the Xbox One, and it actually came out on Android and Windows, and yeah, it came out on a lot of things. But yes, it released today.
And that's another thing that Bearman's going to be all over. Oh, let's see. There's the new God of War comes out next year.
Really?
Yeah. Is where this time Kratos is going against the Norse gods.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Since he killed all the Greek ones, the Norse had to step in, I guess. So now he's going to fight them.
Yeah. E3 trailer of that was interesting.
Except now he's all grizzled and he has a beard and he
has a son.
Interesting. Actually, hold on. That's so weird. It does come out the 10th of October.
Yeah.
Google lied to me twice.
The app game is out, though.
Okay, so that's why it's getting confused. The app game is out today, and... What?
I'm just looking at the list. Kingdom Hearts 3?
When is that coming out?
2018?
Yeah, probably around Christmas.
I'm so freaking hyped.
Oh, wow. Stranger Things 2 comes out October 27th.
Yes. I was holding off on talking about that because that's definitely a Halloween discussion.
Oh, boy, we're going to be all on that. Actually, on the 27th of October, we will talk about that.
Oh, yes.
Because the 27th of October happens to be... Actually, no, we're going to talk about it on the 26th of October because that's a Thursday.
Oh,
but you know what? We'll still talk about it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We'll talk about it the week after because, like, you'll have had a chance to play it.
All I'll say on it now is that some new photos of the shoots came out.
Really?
And is just nothing terribly impressive, nothing of new monsters or anything. Just love people in situations, but I will say the kids all group cosplayed as the Ghostbusters, and they are adorable.
Oh my God, yes.
It's really awesome.
I am excited for this. Oh yeah.
I wonder if they are able to jerry-rig something to make their gadgets actually function. Because monsters.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
I wouldn't put that past them at all.
I will be excited if that actually works.
It would be so cool.
Oh!
The only thing I want to come out, hopefully soon, probably next year, is probably the second season of Castlevania.
If that happens, that would be cool.
Apparently,
no word from Netflix yet on that?
Apparently, it's going to be longer than the first season.
Psychonauts 2 also happens.
That's been in development for 15 years now.
But now I guess, let me just
Psychonauts.
do a quick
Crazy.
Because I've played the original Psychonauts in the last year or so. Amazing game. Very, very cool. And the talk of the Psychonauts 2 is that it takes place more or less immediately after the ending of the first one.
Okay.
It's been in development for a long time, yeah, but...
Well, remember what happened with Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah, but I think the team behind Psychonauts is Double Fine.
That doesn't...
It doesn't. I know it doesn't help that much, but it's the exact same team that did the original Psychonauts.
Right. It'll have the right feel. Whether it's going to be a polished and up-to-date game has yet to be seen. No. I hope for the best, honestly, because you never hope for a game to do poorly.
Oh, no.
No. You only hope for crappy Hollywood anime adaptations to do poorly. So they learn their lesson that they don't learn.
When they tried to make anime into live-action movies.
I'm a little salty.
Just a small bit. It's getting all over the table.
I'll clean it up later.
All right.
You want to talk about salt, then you should, salt. Everything. Salt games.
Salt games?
Games that make you rage.
Oh, rage, just straight rage
inducers?
Games. Like Cat Mario? We talking that?
No, I'm talking about Golf It.
What?
It's basically mini golf.
Oh. I'm thinking
I was thinking very specific Mario Maker levels.
Yes. Those make you just...
Especially the 100.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Also, Monster Hunter World comes out in 2018.
Yeah. I'm seriously surprised it's not coming to the Switch.
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
Interesting. I mean, we all know what I'm excited for the next, 2 months. We got Fire Emblem Warriors in October and the 20th.
Skyrim coming in the holidays.
Yep. Skyrim's coming out December something or other for the Switch. I mean, it's been out for years, but for the Switch, it's coming out in December, I believe. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon coming out November. So yeah, it's a very, very busy time for me right now.
And also, last thing that I will comment on in here is another interesting thing that I didn't think this game would get a sequel, Ni no Kuni 2.
Yes.
Huh. I also did not think it would get a sequel.
Level 5 and Studio Ghibli.
I mean, yeah, the art style is great.
Level 5 makes some decent games.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, but those are Far Cry 5.
What? I thought they were done with that.
No, Far Cry 5 is now in the United States of America.
Well,
in a post-apocalyptic era.
It's let's see if I can find some more about this.
Well, a moment of silence for the fact that they're continuing this stuff.
Blame the developers.
Yeah, really.
All right, here's Wikipedia.
Wow.
Oh, it happens in Montana.
Yep.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, at all. At all.
Something about I'm gonna guess that a preacher rises to prominence, and I'm going to assume goes nuts.
Full on cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what the trailer looked at E3.
Player takes on the role of sheriff deputy who's part of a task force who's going to arrest the crazy man.
Well, that's not gonna stick around.
I'm getting some serious Outlast 2 vibes from this premise.
I am getting some sort of Fallout vibes from that premise also.
Well,
There's definitely hints of that as well.
well, the fandom is mad at Bethesda.
Yeah.
At the Fallout fandom, why?
No, not the Fallout fandom, Bethesda.
Why are they mad?
Because the Bethesda's partnering with Nintendo, and they're like that.
You know what? Get over it. We Nintendo fans have been waiting for these things, and now that we're getting them, get over it. Just because the games play better on the Switch, get over it.
I enjoyed playing it. It's easier to mod when it's on PC.
Well, no, I played it on PC as well. But like Doom is coming to the Switch, Skyrim's coming to the Switch. I mean, I love playing vanilla Skyrim, and it's been years since I've played vanilla Skyrim. Like years and years, because I always mod it. Like
Wolfenstein 2 is coming to the Switch.
Yeah, a whole lot of games are coming to the Switch, and I'm excited, frankly. You know, some games that we never thought would see on a Nintendo console are coming to a Nintendo console. And that lets me have the opportunity to play some of these games that I couldn't play before. So get over yourself, fans who are salty, and let other people have fun too. Really.
Yes.
Rage over. Hey, there's a rage-inducing game right there.
What, Skyrim?
No. Fans, I don't know.
You're raging more at the fandom than that.
I'm raging at the people who are salty because they can... they're going to be able to play it on one additional console. Really.
You better take it with you.
Yeah, I know. I can pick up my Skyrim and walk out the door and play it. Oh, no.
Instead of hauling the brick around with battery packs.
Or a computer. Yes. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is definitely an improvement, although I don't know why I would want to risk damaging my Switch by bringing it outside when it costs
they're actually
$300.
pretty durable.
They're really durable. And you're not going to play it while walking around. You're going to bring it with you wherever you're going. You set it down, pick it up, and continue playing. So if you're mid dragon fight, you can pause that, put it away, take it with you, pull it out, and continue your dragon fight somewhere else. The Switch pauses any game and can go into sleep mode while the game is paused. It's really, really convenient. Like playing Breath of the Wild. I'm fighting Ganon. Guess what? I need to go. Put it into sleep mode. Come back. Pick it up. We're continuing on where we left off. Done.
All right.
Super nice.
All right. I'm going to be just looking up prices for the Switch now.
Oh, it's $300.
Still $300.
It's $299.99 or whatever the MSRP is. It's really not bad. I mean, we're not salespeople for the Switch or anything. Just a heads up. Just Orange and I are super in love with our Switches because
there's more games coming out for the Switch than the other consoles.
Yeah, exactly. One of our YouTube listeners says they want VR gear to be cheaper so they can play Fallout 4 VR. And I have to agree with them. Yeah. I really want to play Fallout 4 VR as well.
VR is... PlayStation spiked the price.
Yeah, but think about it. I want to be able to walk around in the Fallout universe and play shooting bandits and
getting chased by death malls.
Yeah. Rad roaches need to be squished. I think it'd be really cool.
It would
really add to the immersiveness.
That would freak anybody out.
Yeah.
Especially if you play in a dark room.
No. The game, and this is we'll talk about this in October. The game you never want to play in a dark room, Amnesia. I've done it, and I'll talk about my experiences about that at a later date.
I would say the only thing I can imagine that's playing in the dark that's worse than that is PT, because I've done that.
Ooh.
And that's really not fun. I'm sorry, Lisa. I can't help you.
Yeah. Ooh.
The only way to play that now is actually on a Minecraft map.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The creator took the entire PT before they, deleted it and everything like that and turned it into a Minecraft map.
You know what? On some level, this just doesn't surprise me.
Oh, I see. I was just looking at Switch prices online, and then I found one. And then I found one for very significantly cheap. It looks like it was just $129. But then I clicked it, and then it says, "Oh, it's just the box for the Switch for $130."
Oh,
It's a
people.
It's a Splatoon 2 edition, but is a box really worth that much money?
No, it's not. But eBay, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's freaking lying.
Well, apparently one of our YouTube listeners is raising me up. They saw my amnesia and raised me in alien isolation. I can't beat that. Can you guys?
I'm just gonna go into a corner and cry now. Thank you very much.
Playing that game in the dark, no.
I mean, I wonder how bad Dead Space would be in the dark. Like, imagine if you were in a silent room playing Dead Space. Like, a soundproofed room, pitch black, and the only thing is Dead Space on the screen.
Now, I know this may be a controversial opinion, and that is definitely a good one, but Five Nights at Freddy's?
That could actually be pretty scary in the dark.
Well, like, I understand that at its core, like, the scares aren't actually that scary, but it's the build-up that gets you.
Especially if you're playing 2020.
Like, if you actually just spam scary stuff, it's not scary. You get used to it. The whole point of horror games is that it's the build-up. It's the suspense.
But it does. But the thing is, the first one, at least, it does build up.
Right. That's where you get the good quality horror, is not with the actual scares. It's how you build it up.
It's like, oh, Jesus, is the door not going to work? Where are they? Ah!
So, you know what the worst thing is? When they build up a scare, and it never comes.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
You're going to make me have a fit. You keep talking.
Hope you have pleasant dreams.
I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will.
Well, you know, we'll survive.
Yeah.
Probably.
Will we, though?
But no, we're not actually doing that. We're in a safe basement with nice padding on the walls. And yeah. Okay, so it's soundproofing. It's just soundproofing. We're fine. Really?
Yeah, you might want to rephrase that, because if people heard that, it would probably
I do have a jacket around my waist.
Well,
yeah, no.
That's for a different reason. It was slightly chilly outside. You decided to wear a jacket. That's totally understandable.
Yeah. It's not a very good jacket, though.
Eh.
It's a fun jacket. I like how it looks, but it doesn't do much for the cold.
Meh.
Yeah.
You don't really need jackets this time of year anyway.
No, it's nice out.
It's super nice.
Stupidly hot.
Yeah. That's right. We're hot and nerdy. Remember the whole title of the episode? Like how I started with that like an hour and a half ago?
It's a callback.
Oh, yeah. Connecting all the dots, coming full circle. Woo! I'm really good at this game.
What is this?
The shameless plugs. I'm just really good at those. You know what else is a shameless plug? Me talking about how, like, we have a Facebook page and it's called DJ Frost at WLMC, and that, like, everybody who's listening right now should go like it because, like, you know, I'd love you forever.
His love is worth millions in some places.
Yes. Yes, it is. Specifically, like, one place. But it's a good place. You know, we don't hate on it. We love it.
I'm surprised you don't have, like, hug coupons.
That's a really good idea.
You should totally do that.
That's a phenomenal idea, actually. Hey, baby, I've got hug coupons. They're phenomenal.
You try using that on your wife.
I think she's listening, so, you know. She'll let me know if it works or not. I have a feeling the answer's going to be,
that's
no.
nice, dear.
Yeah, that's very nice, dear. You still have to do the dishes.
Oh, no.
Hey, we have a dishwasher. It's cool. It's cool. And then I never do the dishes. I'm sorry, baby.
You should be. Do the chores.
Some of those games are weird.
What, the dishwashing game? Yeah, it's a really weird game. I hate it. It's my least favorite.
No, I mean, there was actually a dishwasher game.
There's a toast game. I am the bread, or like
Yeah, that's the game where you're a sentient. I remember
you're like
I am
when
bread.
that was news.
I am bread. Yeah, and you have to get to the toaster because you don't want to be bread. You want to be toast.
I believe like the first description I ever heard for that game, what came from those people that I showed you the other last week, who did the little news segment thing. They described it as, you are a sentient piece of bread who is so horrified at the idea of its own existence that it yearns for the sweet embrace of death.
So yeah.
I think you broke him.
That's so yeah, my wife shut me down.
Oh, what'd you say?
She's like, no, just no.
Just no.
Just no. To be fair, I really should stop trying to do all these things.
Probably.
I should just accept things for what they are.
So you're going to accept the piece of bread for what it simply is,
Delicious.
even whether it's toast or not.
Whether it's toast or not. If it's good bread, it's delicious.
A nice slice of wheat.
Sourdough. Nice slice of sourdough. Mm-hmm.
Pretzel bed.
Pretzel bread's really good too.
9 grain.
You know, I wonder if that would be really cool if I am bread, you could be different types of bread.
You can actually.
You can?
Yeah.
Oh, this is exciting news.
Yeah, you can you can just straight up be a baguette.
That's awesome.
And then you just hurl yourself across the room. You can't get in the toaster, but you can destroy everything.
Wait, you can't cut yourself up with a knife or anything?
I don't think so, but there's like but there are different types of bread. I have to look up that. I have to look that up now.
No, you probably need a diamond cutter in order to cut a baguette. Yeah.
No, you just need a regular knife.
No.
I don't know. Baguettes are pretty tough.
Yeah, but if you have a proper like bread knife or a sharp knife, you should be able to do it. No problem.
Well, they used them in World War II as weapons.
Baguettes?
Yep.
No, they didn't. I don't believe that.
That sounds like troll news to me.
That is totally troll news. There's no way that's real.
But yeah, you can be.
I mean, I would imagine like baguettes stuffed with gunpowder and thrown at your enemies. Like that I could see.
Turn it into a stick of dynamite.
Pretty much.
No, it's actually true.
Well, you bring me a source on that and I will believe you. But until that point, I refuse to believe that baguettes were used as a weapon.
Yeah, by the French Resistance.
All right, so
they should make a game where you are the French Resistance and all you have are baguettes.
Okay, I have
with a shiv inside.
I have a list of the types of bread that you can be. You've got wholemeal, which is the first kind. That's your default bread. You've got a cracker. You are a cracker and you are easy to break.
Oh no! You still want to get in the toaster.
You still want to get in the toaster, but you have to be careful with how you move or how far you fall.
Oh right, because crackers.
Yeah. The baguette. The baguette has only two control points where you can grab onto things, and there is no it's indestructible. And it's inedible, so the only reason you play as the baguette is when you want to destroy everything in the room.
Which, you know, there are definitely times for that.
And the fourth type is a bagel.
Bagels! Like a real bagel or one of those bagels that you can buy at the grocery store. Those aren't real bagels. I hate to tell you.
It's a round piece of bread that looks like a donut, except it doesn't have sugar, so it's a bagel.
So, well, there are more differences, I will have you know, than between bagels and donuts than that.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. A proper bagel is made with water from the tri-state area.
Yep.
No, they legitimately.
Oh, really?
Yes. It has to be boiled and then baked in a specific type of oven. I mean, you can kind of do it in a normal oven, but it's got to be a regular oven. And then has to be enjoyed warm and hot. That is a proper bagel.
I can guarantee you that this bagel is not warm or hot because you're
trying to shove it into a toaster. Yes.
No, actually, you're using it to race.
What?
Because it rolls along the ground, and
so you're racing other bagels.
Hang on. No, the bagel race is the player controls a bagel and must follow checkpoints and finish the race in under a minute. You don't race other bagels, but
Yeah.
You do have, but there is an obstacle course, and you do have to maintain a certain amount of edibility
Yeah. Okay.
by avoiding water and dirt and all kinds of nasty stuff that gets caught in the carpet.
Fair enough. You know, I've actually really long thought of a really cool concept for a game for like food nerds like me.
Yeah?
Yep. It is an RPG, like a straight up JRPG, but you are a chef. And your weapons are knives, like cooking knives. And like your abilities are like different cuisines. And like it's an RPG too. So like you're going around and you're fighting things with your knives and your like ladles and your cooking implements.
I feel like I've heard of this, only the first iteration I heard of it was an anime on the Foxbox. It was the thing that existed before 4Kids TV.
Yeah, I don't know, but like this would be like a full on like even an MMO, and it would be so cool, and like you would like kill like beasts and stuff, and like you'd get ingredients. So there'd be like a broccoli monster.
The anime that I'm thinking of, it's called Fighting Foodons.
What?
It's called Fighting Foodons. Look it up right now. I tell you, it's real. It's real.
No, I see it. You're absolutely correct. Oh my gosh.
And like I remember one episode. I've only ever seen a few episodes, but like the bad guys, the evil chefs, they would cook up monsters. And two that really stuck in my head was one from the first episode. It was like a Godzilla type thing called beef, and it was made from a recipe for beef steaks or beef stew or something.
So it was a manga, and it lasted for 2 volumes.
That explains so much. And then the only other monster I remember was called Applegator, and it was an alligator with a slice of apple pie for its head.
Wow.
And then the main character's monster was Fried Ricer. And it was just like a dude with a plate of fried rice for a head, and it fought with a couple of spoons.
No. Orange, I'm thinking of, remember in Log Horizon, like they went out and found the boars and they brought them in, they were covered in vegetables. That's the kind of thing I'm thinking, like those kind of monsters. And like, yeah, I think it'd be really cool. I think it'd get super hungry playing this game, but I really think somebody should develop it. And not me, because I'm really terrible at programming.
I think
it already is coming out.
What? How?
You know that game for the Switch.
Which game? You got to be specific. I'm not really sure. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
It's the one where you go out and get the ingredients and then play the puzzle game.
Oh, but I mean,
are you talking about Cooking Mama?
No.
But I mean, like, I want an actual like JRPG that's just focused on cooking.
Okay, so if we're gonna be going into weird fantasy world here for a minute, this game, the pre-order bonus for this game is a robot that cooks you the food that you're making in the game so you can eat it after you beat a certain level.
I like this plan. Let's make it happen.
It'll be beautiful. They can make robots with AIs do all sorts of things now.
Yes, they can. Let's make it happen.
It's going to be great.
Or, more easily, a recipe book. That could also work.
Yeah, but then you still have to make it yourself, though. And then you can taste the effort you put into it.
Or hire somebody to do it. Who knows how to use knives properly?
Yeah, robot's probably going to spill water all over your oven or stove.
Or explode. I mean, and you got to clean it.
That's only if it were made by Samsung, though.
It reminds me of this anime.
You know, funnily enough, Samsung wasn't the problem in the explosions. It was the battery manufacturer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Samsung actually has very good quality products in general, but like, I guess their batteries, not so much, because I'm sure they have a different company now.
This anime, though.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Toriko. Yep, I remember a little bit of Toriko. I mean, honestly, if we're going to talk about food and anime, like Food Wars, come on.
Yeah, you've been going on about that for weeks now.
The new season starts next week. How can I not be excited?
Yeah, he's jumping up and down.
Yes, it starts on Tuesday.
You're going to make me hungry.
I already made myself hungry. It's cool.
It's not cool because now I'm hungry. You've inflicted your pain on me.
It is. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There's a whole subtopic of animes that have to deal with food.
You owe me Chinese.
But there's nowhere that's open right now.
Make it.
I don't have ingredients for that.
Do it anyway.
I will use magic. Baby.
Poof.
Poof.
Just poof.
No.
Poof the food in front of me right now. I know you can.
New idea. Hot and nerdy, like a restaurant. That's hot food with a nerdy flair.
Yeah. Like it's served in the shape of the pixelated Mega Man.
Yes. Or it's served in like a bowl, and when you finish the bowl, there's like a Mario face under there. And like, I don't know. Or like food that comes straight up out of video games and stuff.
Yeah, you get your hard-boiled egg and you take like a green Sharpie and you draw Yoshi dots on it.
Yes.
I think the
Food
first
coloring.
video game that was actually a food game, which was Order Up.
Order Up.
There are quite a few food
Yeah.
games of varying quality. I
Some
think.
of them are really fun.
Yeah, I think like the most fun one that I've ever seen gameplay of would be Cooking Mama.
Yeah, I mean, that actually, I think, has real recipes in it, too.
Yeah, so which is definitely helpful. And it like actually is step-by-step instructions on how to do.
Yeah, another one that I really enjoy is actually not like a full game. It's one of the Me games from Me Plaza. It's the cooking game.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
it
that
called?
one.
It's like Cooking Quest or something like that. I don't remember. So, what is this about the side quest, Scuddy? One of our YouTube listeners is ashamed and surprised you have not told us about the side quest.
Oh, the side quest is a bar that I used to go to when I was at home every week. And I started going there because they had beginners D&D every Sunday.
That's so cool. Like, this is legitimately the kind of bar I want to own someday.
Yeah, and I made friends there. That's how I met Guy in chat.
Oh.
So we stopped going because, with people don't exactly keep up with the campaigns every week. It's new people come in and other people leave, and it was only the same few people every time, but the campaign had to be different every week because there was new people.
Right. That can be very frustrating.
And yeah, so we kind of stopped doing that, but they also did Bar Against Humanity, where the entire bar played Cards Against Humanity.
That's so glorious.
And at the very end of the game, you got to reach into a sack and pull out a prize.
Wow. Well,
or if you were the ultimate winner, you got to open a chest and get a bunch of prizes that were in the chest.
That's really cool.
It was usually like a lot of little plastic toys, Pez dispensers.
That's still really kind of fun, though.
Yeah, it's pretty
interesting.
We actually do have a geek bar where I live. It's really cool because inside, like, they have like consoles, like retro consoles at the bar. Like, instead of sports ball on the TV, it's games, so like an N64
oh,
stuff like that.
I want that.
No, and the entire bar is full of retro gaming machines, arcade machines, pinball machines, you name it, it's there.
I want that. There's
so good. Although their nerdy drinks are below par. They're subpar. They don't come up with good names and tasty drinks. But the rest of the drinks and everything else they serve is amazing. And the atmosphere is to die for. It's like perfect for nerds.
Yeah, there's another bar that has a similar gimmick. It has arcade machines, but it doesn't do like the D&D nights. And it's like just down the street from the side quest. But the side quest is where my quest began.
Ah.
My quest in D&D at least.
You mean tabletop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my quest. That was where I first learned anything at all about tabletopping, because I was really desperate to make friends.
But I mean, that's a great place to go. I mean, I wish there was something like that around here.
No.
Yeah, no, we're in rural Vermont. What are we talking about? But like, there should be more of those. There has to be tons of nerds who are good at cooking and good at running businesses who also can run like nerdy stuff. Like, there has to be tons of them. Why
Probably someplace up north.
Maybe.
I think more of the problem, at least to me, this is just my opinion, is if you want to get more people into like D&D and the like, offer more obvious beginners classes where you're very welcoming to people who have no idea what they're doing and this is their first time.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah, I mean that's something more for one of your FLGs, your friendly local gaming stores.
But even there, it can be kind of intimidating because everybody else there knows what they're doing, and it's entirely possible that you'd be the only one who doesn't. And us nerds are a super self-conscious bunch sometimes.
Yeah,
So
we tend to be.
If we come off as not, if we know for a fact that we don't know what we're doing and everyone else does, we start going, I probably shouldn't be here. I'll just leave. I'm a disgrace.
Yeah, no, but it would never be about shaming. Definitely not. Like, the best thing to do is, like, keep them engaged and, like, maybe have one-shots every week. And then if somebody wants to host a game there, like, have that available too.
Yeah.
One-shots are actually pretty fun.
One-shots can be extremely fun, and, like, there's not a promise of a continuation. However, if all those people say, hey, this was really fun, let's continue this, perfect. You already have a base to go off of.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah, but most of the games that were played at the side quest were not one-offs. So I guess that was the big problem. They were all big things that were meant to be continued for days.
That's unfortunate, but, I can understand it's easier on a GM to make something like that.
Yeah, instead of having to be the writing team for a TV show every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, that's gonna, yeah.
The writing team, the art team, the developer, the storyboarder, all of that.
Exactly, yep. I mean, there are definitely plenty of pre-made one-shot modules, but it's a lot more fun to come up with stuff yourself.
Especially one that I watched.
Yeah, I mean, that's still really cool. I long for a good bar with all these nerdy things.
It's been a very long time since I've been there, and I do miss it. I just wish there were more reliable games.
Yeah. Nostalgia is a nerd's best friend and also worst enemy.
Yeah.
Okay, we have about 10 minutes left. What do you want to talk about?
All right. So also in the gaming sphere, there's a new Sonic game that's happening.
Really?
Yeah, I forget what the name of it is at the moment.
Sonic Mania's out.
Yeah, it's not Sonic Mania, but Sonic Forces.
That sounds interesting.
Oh, right, the mix of new Sonic and old Sonic, and they're doing something crazy with that.
Yeah, and I believe one of the new features that was announced that I learned about today through that same channel thing that I showed you the previous week is that this will include essentially an OC creator.
Really?
Yeah, so you can have your Sonic OC in the game.
That's really mixed, actually.
Yeah, that's...
I was like, this could be really good. No, wait a second.
But essentially, all it is you just take character models that already exist, recolor them, give them some, like, weird accessories, and then that's your OC.
So it's not as fleshed out as it probably should be.
It's... honestly, it probably shouldn't be fleshed out more.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there was those lovely DreamWorks games, Dreamcast games that went over to Steam, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, no, we don't need anybody with big with more muscles than they need.
Yeah.
Just you'll have to make do with those weird line shades.
Yeah.
And a dumb hat.
I can think of worse things.
But yeah, that's just a thing that exists. Like, and it kind of makes another question, another super personal question.
Sure.
Have you guys ever made OCs for anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
now, outside of an RPG setting, like a set universe with its characters, have you ever made an OC that was
OC, by the way, original character?
Yeah. Like,
I made several.
No, like, you enjoy fairy tales super much. Have you ever, like, fantasized about an OC for that universe?
Funny story. There was a fairy tale game released only in Japan that you made your own wizard.
Okay, but, like, not main character of game, because that's too easy. Like, every lone wanderer in Fallout 3 is an OC.
Yeah.
Every Dovahkiin is an OC.
Yeah, no,
I'm talking about a universe where there isn't actually room for that. And you make one anyway.
I haven't. I mean, I've probably thought about it, but never actually like fleshed one out and made one.
I've made several over the years.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that I don't know. I'd rather like go and jump on an RPG where I can make an OC and like really play with them and flesh them out. Yeah. And that's why I play a lot of RPGs like Pathfinder and D&D. Like I love creating characters.
Oh yeah, creating characters is all well and is nice, but I mean like for like I'm going to get into one of the many that I had made, but I had made one for the Full Metal Alchemist universe.
Oh.
This was a member of the military.
Okay. Which side did she side with? Did she side with the with Olivier Armstrong, or did she side with
the manga hadn't progressed to that point.
Oh wow! So this is way okay.
Yeah, this was before the manga was done.
Oh wow! Okay.
So and at the time the only thing to go off of was the original anime.
Oh, so like the original.
Yeah, the original
the one where they just said, "Okay, we're done with the storyline. Just
and we don't
make stuff up."
Yeah, this is
got it.
This is what the one where that was the only anime.
Right.
So this and like the characters, their gimmick, because everybody's got to have their gimmick.
It's standard, yes.
And like her thing was she was super good at manipulating the threads of her gloves. She was supposed to be the person who developed the cloth that Mustang's gloves were made of.
Oh.
She was an R&D type.
That's super cool.
Working in one of the labs, not the evil lab, but
no, like
but there are other labs. They just never really got into those at the time.
There was like 7 or something, and they're like talking about there's this lab. This lab is supposedly closed, but yet it's oddly occupied.
Yeah, so she was working in one of the other labs that was normal. And
interesting.
Developed weird alchemy weapons. And
that's super cool.
She was the web spinner alchemist.
That's super, super cool.
So like OCs like that.
That's super sweet.
Have either of you made anything like that?
I know Orange has.
I made a lot.
I haven't. I don't know why I haven't. That sounds really fun. I don't know why.
It was one of the more balanced OCs I ever created in my youth.
I tend to overpower things sometimes. Like I don't want them to have a weakness. They're my OC.
But then I'm like, oh wait, when people are reading these stories, people actually hate that.
Yeah.
So I am going to not do it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no. I mean, I've never written a fan fiction or anything like that either. I
have.
Yeah. I was writing them at the time, which is why it was important to me.
Right. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't find that way of expression like I don't like writing in general, but that's just me.
It's fun.
I totally support fan fiction. I think it's super wonderful.
Yeah, it's if anything, it's a way for a writer to get some juices flowing so that they can go on to create their own original work after they get after they sharpen their chops doing this stuff.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, I have that. I have them in script format.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So
you're not going to go into any detail about any of your OCs, Orange?
They take place in Bleach.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
What's your character's Bankai?
Very powerful.
Very powerful. Like
is it another sword that eats people or?
No.
Let's see here. Off the top of my head, it's summons a dragon.
Oh, that's a what kind of dragon though? I'm gonna start getting into my weird dragonology-ness.
An elemental dragon.
Ah, I see.
But all of the elements.
How old were you when you made this?
Well, it was my associate's year when I was here, so I'm still actually writing it.
Huh.
Oh.
It's just taking time.
I've actually given up most any
part 1 is
writing.
completely done. I can tell you that much. 13 chapters.
Right.
Yeah, I've given up most any fan fiction writing that I had done. Most of it was done in high school, so I So that will tell you right away about its quality. It was...
Well, that doesn't necessarily tell anything about quality. I mean, there are very talented writers at all stages in life. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
True that.
All right, Scotty, what's the counter at? How'd I do tonight?
You
18.
You underperformed.
You missed one.
But
I did.
But that's without me trying. So that's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
without me trying to tip the scales on that. That's for the phenomenal counter, by the way. That's a thing now. We do that.
It'll be a regular every week. So when you're not inflating the numbers,
about 18.
Your standard is 18.
That's not bad at all.
Said it again, so it's 19.
Yeah, but I guess in this case it's referring to the counter. We can count it if you want.
Yeah, so
I'll leave it up to you two. You two are the arbiters of this number.
Yeah, I believe the only requirement is that the word is said by you.
Yes.
Well, in that case. All right. So that wraps everything up. I mean, definitely tune in next week because I'm still getting over the post-anime blues. I finished up a couple series this week because the summer season is ending, and I want to talk about it because it hurts me inside a little bit. But we can talk about that next week for sure. So make sure you tune in for that. Again, give the DJ Frost at WLMC Facebook page a like. We really, really appreciate it and love it when we interact with people. So, definitely do that. And thank you so much for listening, not just on the TuneIn app and through our website, but also through YouTube. We love having everybody. So anyway, thank you so much for listening. This is DJ Frost.
DJ Orange.
And DJ Scuddy.
And we are signing off. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful night. And again, see you all next week.